Dear friends, today I'm going to do the machine on the Tryhackme, which is Anonforce. I've already spawned the machine earlier, and this is the IP address. I will use the attacks box provided by the Tryhackme to do this penetration. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough said, let's just get started. On the right, this is the online Linux. To save time, I've already done the map scanning with the usual options like scene scan. Maybe I need to make the terminal to be bigger. Zoom in the terminal so you can see what's going on. I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also use the option of uppercase PN to present that we will not do the online testing of the target, and then output the result into this file. From the map scanning, we can know that the two open ports, the first one is 21, which is running FTP surface and also the version information, including exact version number. And also we can know that the target allows anonymous login. Of course, we can check on this later manually. And the second one is 22, which is running SSH surface and also the actual version information. Before we move forward, I'd like to point out that the machine is not very difficult. However, we must be very careful, otherwise you cannot get the right direction to exploit. Okay, so what we are going to do next is to do the emulation with the FTP surface. The first thing we need to do is we need to check this version of this surface has the vulnerability or not. The utility I'd like to use is such a sprite and VS FTPD and the number. There are no other available exploits except this DOS, denial of service, for this version. Of course, this DOS or denial of service exploit is not what we are looking for. Next, we can log into the target via FTP, and we can put the IP address of the target. Press enter. We can use anonymous as username, and we do not need to offer the password. As you can see, we are successfully logged in via FTP, and we can list files. From the structure of the directory, like bin, boot. If you're familiar with the Linux, I think you know. Now we are in the root directory of the target. And so first, I think, of course, next we can do some emulation. To emulate the files or directories. For example, we can navigate to the home directory. There is only one subdirectory. This should be the username, right? Melodiers. And now we can get down the user flag without any problem. So we can open up another tab. And we can cut out the user flag. Similarly, I can make or zoom in this terminal. So what we are going to do next, we need to get the initial foothold or access to the target. How to do? Yeah, when I did the machine the first time, I tried to upload the key. I mean, for example, like a public key, and then use the private key to access the target. However, we don't have a permission. And we can open another tab, maybe not another tab. We can create the test txt to see whether we can upload to the file. We can, this should be the home directory test. As you can see, permission denied. In other words, we cannot use this way I mentioned to get the initial access. Also, I try to navigate to temp directory. However, we still cannot upload the file. We need to find other ways. I think because other than the FTP, we don't have any vector to go into, right? So which means that we need to do more detailed enumeration. If we go back to the root directory, list of files and directories, I think this one very suspicious, not to read. Of course, you cannot see such directory in the normal installation of Linux. So now we can go inside this directory. And the two files, the first one is PGP. The PGP is some sort of the utility which can encrypt the data. For example, like a mail, like a document. And this one should be the private key. So next we can get it down. Maybe I can use the wget to download those two files rather than get it done one by one. All right, so now we go back to another tab. List of files. As you can see, I've already downloaded these two files. Next, we can use the PGP utility to try to extract the content of this file. First, we have to import this private key to PGP. PGP import private GPG, GPG and import security key imported. Sorry about that, because I have cache of this private key. Actually, we need to because this private key is password protected. We need to use this GPG to jump and the private key to the hashes. And then we need to use the John Reaper to crack. User, share, word list, locking. Maybe I can use the show command to display this password. As you can see, yeah, this should be the password for this private key. Just mentioned because, yeah, several minutes ago I did the machine, and this online attack box has some sort of a cache, so we do not need to crack it. However, if you do this machine from the beginning, or start from the fresh machine, you need to do the similar steps to crack the password for this private key. Now we can decrypt, backup. Yeah, we need to provide. Yeah, this time we need to supply the password for the private key, which Xbox 360. Let's hit OK. As you can see, we got the content back, or retrieved the content. Yeah, this I think should be the password. I think this may be the shadow file, right? So we just copy. And we can create like Vim shadow target, and we can paste in here. Of course, we can remove the line which belong to the system users. All right, and we can write and quit. Next, we can use the John the Ripper to crack this shadow file. Word list, and use the same word list lock queue. Share word list and lock queue. Shadow. I think the similarly, the John the Ripper has cache. So we'll not go through this process of cracking again. Rather, we can use the show command or option to display the result. As you can see, we got the password for the root user. And then from the map scanning, we have already know that the target has SSH service running. So now we can log in to the target via SSH root. Yes. And we can copy the password. Yeah, we successfully log in as the user root. Even we do not need to elevate our privilege because we are super user already. Then we can navigate to the root directory, and then we can cut out the root flag. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.